Water Saints, Pelicans, the sports can show on once again. The sports can show on once again. Now every night with LSU, we got a great show just for you. We got a great show just for you. This Saturday, 509-951, always the text line. With your host, David King, the sports that show got everything. The sports that show got everything. The sports that show got everything.
Show everybody, I am your host, David King, and you are in this den where you know what we do. You know what we do. You know what we always do. We always talk about LSU. We always talk about the New Orleans Saints. We always talk about the Pelicans. Well, we don't really get a chance to talk about the Pelicans very much because basketball season, well, for the Pelicans is over with. So we kind of waiting to see what's going to be going on the offseason with the Pelicans, but we love talking about all the teams that we love to cheer for because we are from that great state that we love to call Louisiana. And if you're not originally from Louisiana, you still love to cheer for the Saints. You still love to cheer for the Pelicans. You still love to cheer for LSU. So those are the teams that we're going to talk about because those are the teams that we just love to cheer for. Well, just got finished watching the LSU versus UCLA softball game. I'm going to tell you something, folks. LSU, they look good. They look good. It's a good thing that LSU pitcher was on her game. And one of the interesting stats of the game was this. She didn't have no strikeouts. But the way she was pitching, she was able to get all of her outs in flyouts or groundouts, which, hey, it's just as good as long as you get those outs without giving up any runs. LSU only gave up 1 run, but they managed to pull out 2 runs. So LSU softball is going to be facing off against Florida tomorrow evening. Florida's the number 1 seed. LSU, of course, is the number 13 seed. So we'll see how they do. The announcers were saying that LSU hasn't played Florida this year in softball, so we'll see exactly what they're going to do. We'll see what they're going to do. But going back to the game, though, and this is why I hate watching games on Extra Stupid People Network, aka ESPN. Okay, so there was a couple calls at the plate, at home plate, that was bang bang really close. So the first call was this. UCLA was coming in around to score. The runner came in to score. Now, she did kind of, it was a bang bang play. The umpire had to do the best job that she had to do to make the correct call. And it appears that she looked like she got in, but quite frankly, no. She was out. LSU glove was on her leg before her toe even touched the home plate. But the analysts from the Extra Stupid People Network, they just swore up and down. They just swore, her toe touched it. No, it did. No, it did. No, it did. She was out. Get over it. She was out. Now, the other play which came to be the difference in the whole game was LSU runner came in, was coming to home. Now, the catcher did catch the ball before the runner got there, but she blocked the plate, and that's illegal. And the Extra Stupid People Network is sitting here trying to say, well, as long as you caught the ball, you can block the plate. No, you can't block the plate. You cannot block the plate. As far as I know, you can't block the plate. But the Extra Stupid People Network, the analysts are constantly trying to say, she was out. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that got me the most was that I tried to watch after the post game show, and the very first thing that people was talking about, LSU runner was out. The LSU runner was out. You know what? ESPN, quit whining, quit crying. Man, our team didn't win. Man, LSU won. And quit hating and quit crying. That's why I can't stand watching games on your network. And then Les Miles was at the game. I'm gonna tell you something. I know Les Miles must have got some just for men or something, because he was looking about 10 years younger. Hair was all nice and brown and everything. He looks like he was happy. But I guess if I was collecting $10 million for doing nothing, I would be happy too. Well, Les Miles was at the game, and this is what they had to concentrate on. The only thing they could talk about was Les Miles eating some grass. They spent 5 minutes or so talking about Les Miles eating some grass. Come on, let it go, people. He's not the head coach of LSU no more. He's not coaching in Tiger Stadium no more. Let it go. It's good that y'all let everybody know he was there. He's there to support the team. But come on, all that extra stuff is not even called for. Wasn't even called for. But yeah, good win by the LSU Lady Tigers. They're going against the number 1 seed Florida tomorrow night. I guess I'm going to be kind of switching between games because LSU starts their regional tomorrow as well. I'm not sure if it's in the evening time or in the afternoon time. I'm going to have to double check. But, the Lady Tigers move on. And if they keep playing the way they play, and I mean by making clutch plays when they needed to, they're on their way. Now, the thing about LSU was that they had a couple of mistakes on base running. One of the LSU hitters hit a single, and she kind of hesitated to go to second base, and then she tried to make the extra base at second base, but got thrown out. Then there was another instance where LSU player was trying to reach another base as well. She got thrown out. There was another mistake where I think it was a pop fly, and I think it was the second baseman and the center fielder and the right fielder. They was all colliding. And I guess there was a miscommunication, but the ball hit the ground. Nobody didn't catch it. So that allowed UCLA to kind of have a little bit of rally and to score that one run. But LSU Tigers just got to, tighten up on some things, get the communication down, be better at base running, and they can definitely make a run to the playoffs. They could definitely make a run deep into the World Series. They're already in the World Series, but they can make a run deep. And let's hope they can go on and win that final World Series. Now, going to LSU Baseball. Now, I was having some technical difficulty with the show this past Monday and Tuesday. The thing is the sound was messing up on my computer, so I think I got the sound straight now, so everybody should be able to hear me really good right now. But the LSU baseball team, I'm telling you, y'all, them boys is rolling right now. They had like 4 games where they scored at least 10 runs. I mean, wow, LSU baseball is rolling. I mean, LSU baseball is really, really rolling. Now, the championship game, they really didn't run too much, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay. But here's the thing. LSU baseball is rolling so much, and it's all a matter of just them having to put both the pitcher and hitting together, and that's what they've been doing. That's exactly what they've been doing. They had the good sweep against Mississippi State. They ran through the SEC tournament, and the championship game, man, I'm telling you, that was dramatic. It was really, really dramatic. That SEC championship game, it was really dramatic. But LSU pulled it off. And how about that pitcher that's pitching the SEC championship game? Man, stayed cool, stayed collective, and he came through and he completed. He pitched a complete game. LSU got the SEC championship, and I'm gonna tell you something, folks. I'm gonna let you know right now. LSU is gonna cruise through the World Series. They are gonna cruise. When you look at the Baton Rouge Regional, it's Southeastern Louisiana, Texas Southern, and Rice. Now, they got the first game against Texas Southern, and they probably gonna have to play against Rice in the second game, but they're gonna steamroll through this regional. They're gonna steamroll through the Baton Rouge Regional. Then they're gonna have a super regional at home where they play the winner against. Where they play the winner of the Southern Miss Regional, which would probably be the Southern Miss and Mississippi State. But LSU is primed to make a run to the College World Series Championship. When you score, let me make this with emphasis. When you score 10 plus runs and you hold opponents down to 1 or 2 runs in 5 or 6 straight games, you're on the roll. LSU caught the hot streak at the right time. They caught the hot streak at the right time. So, we're not even going to talk about the Baton Rouge Regional. They're going to roll through it. No problem. They're going to roll through the winner of the Southern Miss Regional. And then after that, that's when we're going to really start seeing LSU. And we're going to see how they can do on their way to Omaha and on their way to winning another college national championship. And they're going to do it. I'm calling it right now. LSU's going to win the College World Series. LSU softball team, I'm cheering for them, but for what I saw today, I don't know. They're going to have to really get on the road. But LSU's baseball, they are on a roll. They are on a roll for real. And there's nobody I can't see beating LSU right now. Nobody. Excuse me a second, folks. I got to get something. Get a little water in my system because my throat getting a little dry. Okay, I apologize about that. But yeah, LSU is on the roll, and they're going to steamroll through the regional, super regional, and hopefully they'll steamroll through the World Series as well. Now, when you look at the players, the pitching staff, beginning of the season I was saying they was just Poche and Lane. That's all I knew about. That's all that I thought, those were the only 2 pitchers I thought that was actually really good at LSU. But that pitcher that pitched in the SEC Championship game, you're talking about a pitcher that had some composure and made some good quality pitches. And the closer, I know he's he kind of made a little nervous at the end there, but he still kept his composure too. So when we look at LSU, we look at a team that right now is getting it all together. They are getting it all together. They are making a run to win this College World Series. They really are. And here's the thing. I don't care what sport you play. Football, basketball, baseball, if you have postseason play and you start to get hot at the end of your season, rolling into your postseason play, you have a great chance of winning the national championship or a championship period. That goes for NFL, college football, NBA, college basketball, baseball, Major League Baseball, college baseball. When you get hot at the end of the season and you get that momentum going, you have a great chance of winning a championship. And that's what LSU has. LSU has a great chance to really win the college baseball championship. Because right now the pitching is going fire, the bats are hot. And here's the thing about LSU. They're not necessarily playing guerrilla ball right now, but they're making the important hits. When they get in 2 or 3 men, bases loaded, or 2 men on base, they're bringing them in. And that's the key point. Now, I missed the guerrilla ball from the late 90s and the early 2000s, especially the late 90s. I missed that LSU baseball team. But you know what, though? They can't hit home runs. But right now, LSU is definitely playing a lot of small ball. They are definitely playing to win the game, you know. And Marinero, you got to give him credit. He's coaching and calling the right play at the right time. He's definitely calling the right plays at the right time. He's calling the fact that these LSU Tigers need to just put the ball in play, get some RBIs. That's all they have to do. And they've been successful with it. I mean, when you're beating teams 11-0, 10-0, 11-5, 11-4, 11-3, something like that, your formula is working. But the important thing is that, you know, when LSU was inconsistent during the regular season, it was because they couldn't get the pitching to go when the bats were hot, or when the pitching was on, they couldn't produce any runs. So during that Mississippi, I don't know what happened, but during that last regular season series against Mississippi State, LSU just caught fire. They just caught the momentum, and it's just rolling. I'm calling it right now. LSU is going to win the College World Series. It's going to be tough to beat LSU right now. Now that you got at least 3 starting pitchers that can come in and shut you down, they're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be hard to beat. Really hard to beat. The bats are getting hot. They're playing smart ball. And man, I'll tell you something. That outfield, woo, boy. That center fielder, man, that center fielder is fast. I mean, he made some grabs in that championship game. He made one grab that really saved the run for LSU. That outfield for LSU is good. They are really, 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 really good. And when you have an outfield that can catch those pop flies, and you got infield that can possibly stop some balls from going through, you're going to win a lot of games. LSU right now has a formula in every aspect of the game to win and make a run to win a national championship, the College World Series. They really do. They really do. And I'm looking forward to them winning that College World Series. I'm looking forward to them right now to winning that College World Series. So, then tomorrow night, they'll play, or either tomorrow afternoon, I got to check the time, check your local listing time to see what time LSU is going to be facing off against Texas Southern. Don't forget about the Lady Tigers. They cheer for them as well. They're going to be playing against the number 1 seed Florida. So a lot of LSU baseball and softball tomorrow that we can watch and cheer for our Tigers. So moving on. I was reading the other day that LSU has another player transferring out, which is Savion Smith. Now, you remember Savion Smith in a lot of the, I guess you can say the recruiting rankings was either number 1 or number 2 safe cornerback in the country coming out of high school. And you know, when you rate it that high, then you know you probably think you're gonna come into LSU and maybe start immediately and get a lot of playing time. But not at LSU, you don't. LSU only recruits the best of the best when it comes to cornerback. Now I'm not saying Savion Smith is not a good player. Very, very, very talented kid. You know, one thing I like about him, he could jam you at the line of scrimmage. From what I can see from his high school highlights, he could jam you at the line of scrimmage. You know, he has good ball skills, good hands. Only knock about Savion Smith was maybe he was a little bit slower than the rest of the cornerbacks that LSU has, but he was still a talented kid. And when you look at LSU and you look at their depth chart, they are very deep. They are very, very, very deep at cornerback. I mean, you already know it's going to be Dante Jackson. It's going to be Kevin Tolliver II. They're going to be your two starters. They're juniors. They've had a lot of playing time. They've both been, in starting roles. So, those are going to be the first two. Then you got Ed Paris. Ed Paris is a senior. It's about time for him to possibly play. But rumors are today that he's going to probably move to safety. You got Kristen Fulton, very, very, very talented cornerback, got out of Metairie, the New Orleans area. Xavier Lewis, he was highly recruited out of high school. So LSU is looking really good, and those are just the cornerbacks. You got Greedy Williams, Cameron Lewis. I think he's probably going to play safety. But LSU is going to have a lot of depth at corner. Not to mention the corners that they signed in this past year's class. LSU is going to be deep at corner. And, with a good kid, I would rather see them transfer and, get a starting position somewhere else than ride the bench, because the kid is talented. There's no doubt in the mind. The kid is good. It ain't his ball skill. It's just that LSU just has so much talent at DB. And Corey Raymond is not going to do nothing but play the best at LSU. He's not going to do nothing but play the best at LSU. So, big ups to Savion Smith. Thank you for your time at LSU. I like the fact that in his tweet he says that LSU was his heart. It's still going to be in his heart. LSU is still going to be, a school he's going to continue to cheer for. But, hey, if things just don't work out, he was a good kid. Never heard about him being in trouble or nothing like that. So, big ups to Savion Smith, and we wish you the most success wherever you go. Wherever you go. So, that's what's going on with college football news. Got the college baseball taken care of. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the show kind of short. I kind of have an appointment that I have to go to, but I just wanted to just be sure that I can be able to have a good show. Y'all can be, everything was working just fine. Looks like everything's working just fine. The sound is good. Looks like the stream is good. So everything is looking just fine. So we're going to do a show tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. Maybe, we'll see what's going on with LSU Baseball and Softball. Probably get into a little bit of Saints as their, off-season workouts and starting and stuff like that. But before I go, I want to say to everybody, if you're watching this replay, that means that you're on my YouTube channel. So please, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get to the show very, very easily. Just go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. And also on Facebook, join the Sports Den Show Facebook page. Go to search in Facebook, search Sports Den Live, at Sports Den Live. There you can find the show. Like the show, invite all of your friends to like the show as well, because we still got a whole lot of contests coming up. We still got a whole lot of good stuff to give away. But the only way we're gonna give our stuff away is if we get more followers and more people to like the page. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show. It's an abbreviated show, but as always, I put my heart into this because I really love the show and I really love talking about LSU. I love talking about all the teams in Louisiana, because you know what? Guess what? ESPN, Fox, all the other people, they ain't gonna talk too much about us, and you already know that. But here in the Sports Den Show, this is what we're all about. This is what we're all about. So, hey, keep on looking and keep on watching the Sports Den Show as we continue to talk about the team that we love to talk about. I'm gonna tell you something, folks. The band might not be in the Alex Box Stadium or in Oklahoma or in Omaha, but I'm gonna tell you something, folks. I just love this song. I love to bounce with it. Hey, LSU, they about to make a run. Softball, baseball, Their boys and girls are about to make a run. Get ready, folks, because it's about to happen. It's about to happen. They don't want no trouble, but they about to get it anyway. They about to get some trouble. Because the LSU softball team is rolling. LSU baseball is rolling. They gonna get it. They gonna get it. Hey, I'm your host, David King. Thank you for watching the Sports Den Show. Everybody have a great evening. Tomorrow is Friday, so that means that the weekend is up on us. Nice short week for a lot of us, and we get to enjoy another weekend. Everybody get plenty of rest, sleep well, wake up tomorrow refreshed, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. And I'm out. Well, I can dance this song all the time. I'm out for real.
We ready, boy, we gotta shine. Put 60 minutes in overtime. We ready, boy, we gotta shine. I'm like, how you look? What it do? They do in the band in the bottom of the U. I hit the field without attitude. I'm on fall fence and pimp attitude now. In the morning we LSU, man. Don't even try to bring it to the LSU band. 325 deep, she can wreck your brain. Ask any type of fan, it better pregame. LSU, you listen to SC West. Plus, Candy, Call Reggie Bush, cause I know that dude got on the side. Yeah, come down. And you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble. The LSU ball. Say you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble. And you don't want no trouble. The LSU girl.